Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're talking about Transformers 2007. Yes, this is happening. And I couldn't have watched this movie without Surfshark VPN, which is a virtual private network that's available for pretty much everything. By switching your location to anywhere that's not the US, you can watch Michael Bay's Transformers movies on Netflix. But why stop there? You can watch other region-locked Netflix programming, like the Ghibli films, Shin Godzilla, and even the American Godzillas. That's not the only reason to get a VPN. Under Surfshark, you'll have a private and secure connection that's gonna block third-party access from selling your information to advertisers. But if you're not enjoying your privacy and your access to region-locked content, for some incomprehensible reason only Primus knows, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. There's no way you can lose. So check out the link in the description and use my promo code JOBBY and get an 83% discount and 3 extra months free. You already know! Surfshark's so good it made my hair grow back. I actually saw Michael Bay's magnum opus in the theater when it came out, and I haven't really seen it since, but I will say that back in the day, this movie was my shit. So it was gonna be kind of interesting to rewatch it with my 55-year-old brain and some booze. First of all, it was solid. Definitely not the best movie ever. I mean, the humor is sophomoric, to say the least. Seriously, man, Alex Kurtzman humor can only land with freaking 12-year-olds. But fortunately for him, I'm a fucking man-child.
Freddy Krueger done been up in here or something?
Oh, no, man. Freddy Krueger had 4 blades, man. That's only 3. That's Wolverine. That's
very funny.
There's a part of me that hates myself for actually legitimately laughing at some of the shit in this movie. But there's another part of me that gives me some credit because I didn't laugh at everything. And unfortunately, the unfunny humor comes from the stuff involving the actual Transformers, the namesake of the film. Dog pee on robot laugh. And the Transformers being the namesake of the movie, you will be shocked to hear this. I found the movie a lot more enjoyable before the Transformers came in.
How could you say that? I thought you were a Transformers fan! Don't you love it when iconic character Optimus Prime steps out of garden and says, "Oh my bad"? It's so fucking funny!
I need you to calm down, take a deep breath, and hear what I have to say.
Wait, so like right out
So
the beginning,
the human characters, I actually found like all the people funny and interesting and entertaining.
I mean, I'm not gonna, yeah.
Like Bernie,
I think
like,
so. Like the best parts of the movie were the people.
like all the setup, you know, like all of the build up. Bernie Mac,
Bernie Mac,
yeah.
even the black hacker guy, that guy was funny.
Yeah, like all of these all of these funny like side characters, like I actually found those more entertaining than when Optimus Prime came into the picture.
It's like what Godzilla tried to do. They made the humans and they kind of put Godzilla on the side, but that one didn't work.
No, they're not the most deeply written characters ever, but Sam Witwicky does his job pretty well as the main protagonist. They're just fun to watch and they got a chuckle for me here and there. The only human characters that were just kind of blah were Angelina Jolie's dad. He was just man. And unfortunately, Agent Simmons. I like that actor a lot. John Turturro, please let me touch your feet. Does anyone get that reference? But in this movie, he just seemed to be, he didn't feel like a real character. He just felt like John Turturro overacting his ass off, desperately trying to get a laugh. And he did at certain points. Love that Sector 7 shirt. Need to get me one of those. And of course, I can't forgive him for being the punchline to the movie's best joke.
Oh, yeah,
Robot pee-pee! Robot pee-pee!
Oh my god.
Other than that, everyone was fine. The Transformers, on the other hand, are barely even characters. And obviously, I'm not talking about Transformers in general. There have been several pieces of media that shows that the Transformers themselves can be interesting, engaging characters. But the priorities of Alex Kurtzman, Robert Orci, and Michael Bay were very skewed for this production. The Transformers are merely props for our human characters to react to and to engage in action scenes with, which is definitely the best part of the movie. But before I absolutely gush about that, Bumblebee, who is supposed to be our main emotional link to these Cybertronians, was a lot more uninteresting than I remembered. At a certain point, Bumblebee gets captured by Sector 7, and it's supposed to be this big emotional beat, and Sam is fucking crying, and the audience is supposed to get on their knees. I loved him so much. He peed on the guy. I loved him so much. But in my opinion, they didn't earn that emotional connection quite yet. Optimus Prime is not that much of an emotional presence. The introduction of the Autobots is actually really well done. But after that initial exposition scene, immediately we're thrown into this comic relief scene of them in the garden and Optimus Prime being, frankly, a dumbass. And the elephant in the room, the designs are still not the best. Now, don't get me wrong, I was never one of those G1 peers that were threatening to fucking murder Michael Bay over flames on a truck. But as a Transformers fan, I can't help but feel a tiny bit salty about what they did to some iconic designs. Even Optimus Prime, which I would consider to be one of the best redesigns of this film. I don't like his face.
Optimus Prime's mouth makes me uncomfortable.
Me too! He really shouldn't have a mouth. Looking back at this movie after watching Bumblebee is such a trip. I'm just saying, the movie Bumblebee, aesthetically and story-wise, is a step in the right direction. The best live-action Optimus Prime design, bar none. I'm totally not reviewing this next. But of course, the best aspect of the Transformer characters and the film in general, the action. The explosions, the camera work, the special effects, they all hold up to this day. Every single goddamn time the Transformers actually transform, my pants gets a little tighter. A bit of a stupid choice though to have Bumblebee defeat Barricade off screen. I get what you're doing, trying to conserve your budget. It was worth it though, because that final scene in downtown, woo! You guys can
Damn, I have the biggest smile on my face.
That's what I was gonna say right now. You guys can't see it, but I'm fucking smiling right now.
Yeah.
This is sick. Amazing. Couldn't help but enjoy myself, and that final action scene solidifies why this franchise was so successful, which makes me curious about how I'd react to Revenge of the Fallen now. I don't know if I have the heart to marathon all these movies, honestly. Who knows? Maybe if this video does well, we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna need more wine. Kind of a weird thing about Optimus Prime we started to notice throughout the film. He keeps mentioning destroying the Allsport by sacrificing himself.
Sorry, I went to get a beer.
No problem.
I came back to see Optimus say something about suicide.
I wanna fucking kill myself. And in that final sequence with Sam with the cube, there really was no reason for Optimus Prime to be so gung-ho about sacrificing himself. The cube killed Megatron fine, and literally nothing bad happened for it. You know, I don't understand why Optimus... There you go! That Optimus is suicidal. That's why he was so adamant about putting it in his chest.
I fucking hate this world.
I fucking hate myself. Put it in my chest. And on the topic of Megatron, really cool for the limited screen time he had. Hugo Weaving, in my opinion, is one of the best Megatron voices. It's just too bad they didn't give him that much to do. Relationship between Sam and Michaela was entertaining, shallow, but serviceable. Megan Fox is not as horrible of an actress as everyone says, but she is as attractive as everyone says. I'll give her that. But in terms of attractiveness, why doesn't anyone talk about the Australian hacker girl? God damn.
I just wanted to say something dirty to me. That sounds... Oh.
In that accent? Yeah, dude. To quote a great philosopher, I'd hop in her ass like a kangaroo. What else can I say, man? I liked the movie, alright? All my shit talking about Michael Bay was a little bit unwarranted. This movie ain't bad at all. Now, what to grade it? I mean, yeah. 2 kisses, basically a 3 out of 5, alright? Smack dab in the middle.
Humans don't deserve to live. They deserve to choose for themselves.
Dang, Optimus is so PC, like, fuck.
Megatron's fucking woke, dude.
Damn,
Megatron's red pill.
There's only 2 genders.
I've had this figure for like a week already, and I just can't put it down. Transformation is complete cancer, and I'm not looking forward to that.